Okay, well let's keep it moving from David Banner. Yeah, and let's talk about something a little bit more happier about Diddy losing 100.
Oh, you being funny. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, $100 million default judgment.
I'm about to say, how the hell that's not?
Yeah, and that's insane too, yo.
That is wild.
To a nigga that's in prison.
So for those that don't know,
To
Diddy,
a scammer that's in prison.
Right.
Diddy lost a $100 million default judgment to a Michigan inmate, some old Larry Fishburne looking ass nigga.
He gonna get that shit, man.
Yeah, so basically a judge, a Michigan inmate claims that Diddy drugged and assaulted him at a party nearly 30 years ago and won a $100 million default judgment against
felt a
Diddy.
Man hand.
Yeah. Did he do it? So, the inmate's name is Derek Lee Cardello Smith, and he was granted the judgment by default in Lenawee County Circuit Court during a virtual hearing on Monday after Diddy failed to attend.
Nigga couldn't even go inside the damn court.
He couldn't go on a Zoom call?
He was in a Zoom call. That was their Zoom call.
Oh, it said during a virtual hearing.
Yeah, that's their Zoom call.
Yeah, so Diddy didn't show, so yeah. And it looks like this dude who won the judgment is a convicted felon and predator who has been sentenced on 14 counts of sexual assault and kidnapping over the last 26 years. And his resume includes committing fraud on the court from prison. Yes.
There it is. Fraud from court from prison. There it is.
Yeah, it hasn't, and it says Mr. Combs has never heard of him, let alone been served with any lawsuits.
That's why he gonna get it back. That shit gonna be thrown out.
Yeah, so court records show this guy is serving 75 years in prison on first-degree criminal
75 years
and kidnapping charges.
What you gonna do with $100 million even if they was to give it to you? You gonna buy it?
He gonna have all the commissary.
You gonna have all the canteen,
all the oodles and noodles.
You buying all the niggas in prison? You goddamn canteen,
all the little Debbie snack cakes.
Man, shut up. What the hell you gonna do with $100 million, nigga?
Yeah, not a damn thing.
You got 75 years. You gonna prison? You need to worry about nobody. You better worry about nobody getting no cucumber to you.
Yeah, that cucumber.
That cucumber ain't gonna be nothing.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it looks like this dude also filed a complaint against Diddy in June, and in August was granted a temporary. He was granted a temporary restraining order against Diddy. And so the restraining order was filed in order to keep Diddy from selling any assets that could potentially be used to compensate
really
for
crazy?
damages.
It's niggas like him is the reason why law libraries get taken out of damn jails and prison. Because they abuse the system and shit.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Because he's been convicted of fraud. He's in there for 75 years for a offense. And you're sitting here done multiple times able to get Diddy's name in court. And I was like, so he's jumping through the legal loopholes to making that shit happen. And I'm sure that the judges who's presiding over this shit know it's bullshit, but because he got a legal technicality to get the shit in front of him, they have no choice but to announce it, even though on the appeals, it would get crushed.
Mm-hmm. It would definitely get crushed. So, yeah, I know Diddy is going to appeal this, and I definitely understand, this will probably get overturned. But Diddy's also wrapped up in the second lawsuit with Dawn Richards from Danity Kane. So former Danity Kane singer Dawn Richard, I said that right, filed a federal lawsuit Tuesday against Diddy accusing him of sexual battery, harassment, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and unlawful imprisonment. She is the 9th person to come forward with allegations of violence against Diddy.
Diddy in trouble.
Since Cassie. You are correct.
Diddy in trouble.
Yeah. And it's looking real bad. Lawyers.
In trouble for this one.
Diddy's lawyers are denying her accusations. But yeah, it's the 9th one.
What happens is, like they say, once you're down, nigga, everybody's coming at you.
Of course.
Once you are down and you open that little crack that's needed just to have something to stick.
Bust that bitch wide open.
Bro, and I know and it's the thing. It's hard not to believe some of these people. Like some of these people, they were close to him.
Oh yeah, they were very close.
They were extremely close, involved in a lot of these situations and scenarios, and now it's about to come to light, and it's just like, ooh.
Yeah, but she gave details in the lawsuit, and basically she said she accuses Combs of manipulating her for nearly a decade and making her believe that the abuse and exploitation were required for female artists to succeed in the music industry. God, you know what's
but you said a decade though. Like,
how long?
How many years it gonna take before you like this ain't?
But you gotta think about it though. When has Diddy not been a star in the industry? Like when has he not have power?
Now listen. Now
and that's the only reason you would give that any type of,
right. And now I would agree with you in any other terms, but see, you wasn't here the other day, right? We was the other day when WNBA commissioner had the opportunity to squash racism, sexism, misogynism, all the isms, and she leapfrogged, and basically says, okay, so now here we are, we coming around to Diddy, right? And this is a white woman saying this, right? So here we are with Diddy and stuff. Same shit. Like, so where is it? We can't keep moving the goalposts and shit when it's convenient for motherfuckers and shit. And see, that's the reason why we have to be careful about these things. Now, again, is it deservingly so on his behalf because he opened the doors for this? Right, it is. But you can't sit here and just nosedive into all this shit because it's like, why she waited so late? It
was finally the opportunity. That's what I'm saying, yo. Like, if you think about most of, just in general,
like wait till shit cool down and
no,
shit.
It's not
then
wait
when
till
it's cool
shit
down,
it's not wait
let
till
me
it
drop
cools
the bomb
down.
on it.
It's wait till they don't have enough power or leverage to keep me silent or quiet. That's what happens with a lot. Once somebody gets hit with something, like if they trip on something, something might.
So how long? This
I'm not saying that the amount of time she waited is right or wrong.
How long this whole
if
Diddy situation has been blown open? That's what I'm saying.
If it happened, don't you think niggas should be held accountable? If it happened,
of course, yes.
And that's the only thing I mean.
Yeah, I do. I'm not questioning nothing that it just. See, this is where I have a problem with this whole shit because if he was a regular nigga. Right, his ass would been in jail, up under the jail.
But
no question that.
To America.
Okay,
if he was a regular nigga, he wouldn't have done half this shit he did.
Of course,
and that's
you're
the
right.
point. Welcome
that
to
if
America.
he did, I got you. So again, here we are with somebody with some money.
Exactly,
it's different.
It's the power.
It's different. Nobody go for charges anymore. They don't want to go for charges. They want money. Yes.
Yeah.
If he was a broke nigga, he would have got charges.
Yeah.
If he was a broke nigga, he would not been doing. He wouldn't have been that. He would have even been in that position to pull that off in the first place.
You got niggas ain't got money and they in a position like that and they doing that shit now.
Not the amount of people that's allegedly being this.
You just got a nigga just say he's 75 years in prison right now, right?
And got $100 million default judgment.
That shit ain't about to happen.
We know it's not about to happen. It's just the fact he had the ability to do it. So we got somebody here on one end of the spectrum, right, that can manipulate and do shit versus on another nigga on another end of the spectrum that got all the resources that it can be happening. You just got to have the mind to say, I can do that shit regardless. And you know it's not going to be an answer. So,
yeah. So it looks like she gave more details. She alleges that from the moment she joined making the band, Diddy was verbally abusive towards her as well as all the female contestants, calling them fat, ugly, and hoes.
oh my God. See this?
But to be fair, this is hip hop. So, this was the late 90s when she joined, or early 2000 when she joined Make the Band. Yo, to all the women, you don't join hip-hop in the early 2000s if you're sensitive to the word bitch.
Right,
they
exactly.
were not fat.
Right.
Yeah. Nah, he was right. He might have been right on the ugly. Cause
they weren't fat.
Yeah, they weren't fat, though. I will give him that. And she also alleges that the members were deprived of food and sleep and that she lost weight, causing her anxiety and due to being overworked. She also said Diddy responded to artists' complaints by saying, "You bitches don't want this." I say that all the time, and I'm in not the same position as Diddy. I say it all the time.
You bitches don't want this shit. You playing.
Yeah.
You playing with my time. You playing with my money.
I've done that to women, when we were alone and she denied me. She just whip your out and go, "You bitches don't want this," and they put it back in and walk off. That's just me. I might be on that list doing stupid shit like that. But it looks like Richards accused Combs of conducting professional meetings in his underwear and refusing to put on clothes after she asked him to. making
See what
her
I'm saying?
feel powerless.
See what I'm saying? Like, oh my God.
You can't tell me they ain't no Diddy shit though, right? That is some Diddy shit, right? I don't give a fuck what you say.
But what
I don't give
I'm
a
not.
fuck. That is
I'm
some
just
Diddy
saying,
shit right there,
I'm
nigga.
just saying, dog.
That nigga gonna dance in the motherfucking room
God.
in his goddamn robe, in his goddamn
Drawers. No, this
drawers,
nigga
nigga.
ain't nothing but drawers.
Nigga gonna dance in there.
Yo, this nigga all casual in his drawer. I want to discuss these contracts with you.
If that ain't nigga, that is such a Diddy move right there. I don't give a fuck.
I ain't
see
question
that
that.
nigga
I
doing that
ain't
shit.
listen.
Nigga probably got his hanging out the bottom of
Yeah,
the box.
got it out the pee slot.
I'm just
Hey, yo,
saying.
let's discuss these
I'm
contracts.
just saying, you know, all that was going on for decades and shit. Man, come on, yeah. I'll just say it. She was mesmerized though. She said she was mesmerized.
So she says.
But she giving up.
Was it mesmerized? Was that the word she used?
I think so.
And it looks like she continued to work with Diddy after
See
the
what I'm
group
saying?
broke up in 2009.
Oh my God!
Because she was financially destitute. That's why. That's what she said.
He said they didn't want it, but in fact, they did want it.
And she said Richards alleged she witnessed Combs choking Cassie and throwing a hot pan at her after she felt she failed to cook fried eggs properly.
Oh Lord!
Hey, wait a minute now. She didn't cook the eggs properly now. So you got to remember that when Diddy... that might be justification.
That might be a trigger, yo.
Hey, yo, why is my yolk still runny, bitch? We might have problems. That is kind
You
of...
bitches don't want this?
He's like, did you
With my time and my money, bitch.
He's like, you use that liquid shit out the carton, bitch? I like fresh eggs. So, yeah.
Go to the farm.
Yeah, so Combs warned her and fellow bandmates who witnessed the incident, if you say anything, there will be consequences. Adding that people may end up missing. That's what Diddy told her, that allegedly. And it looks like she also said Diddy threw a party in November of 2009 where she witnessed young women, some of whom appeared to have been underage, given copious amounts of alcohol and drugs, and many of them appeared lethargic and passed out while Mr. Combs and his guests performed sex acts on them. That's what they said.
The whole time
Yeah, that's not. Now that's a little sus there,
What you
dog.
doing the whole time while you seeing this shit? You ain't called no police.
That's
you
not
ain't
the
did
episode of
nothing.
Kids.
You know what I'm saying? You witnessed a crime and you ain't did shit. You part of the damn crime.
Yeah, you should have kept that one to yourself,
See
dog.
what I'm
'Cause now
saying?
you look like a villain.
This is why I say the whole shit sounds suspect. 'Cause look, you giving all these details. You ain't called the police. You ain't even called the police on them underage girls that you said that was underage that was being drugged and fucked.
Hey, yo, it just says her lawyer says Miss Richards believed that her presence at the party was a test to see whether Mr. Combs could trust her. You failed.
I wonder if he got an NDA against these chicks. I wonder if that's what it is.
I don't think he does. Or yeah, he does. He may.
Probably do.
He may have a gag order. I don't know. I would have to research.
He probably do.
Because I'm trying to think, like, if you really, because that right there, if that really happened,
Yeah.
like, goddamn.
Yeah. Because after
Like,
a while.
come on, yo.
Yeah.
I'm all for, I know about lifestyle and all that, and I know it's people who live like that and everything, but if you ain't into that nigga, you just out here drugging and humping on anything you got an issue too.
Mm-hmm.
All I know is you there seeing the shit and you ain't called the police. That's all I know.
Yeah.
You said there was drug underage
And
girl.
underage. So
And
you let
he in here chicks.
Rape.
you are
Raping,
she is a
drug chicks.
participant
You're a
That's what I'm saying,
participant in
like,
the party.
in the delinquency of a minor.
And that's the case. You are part. You're a
Yeah,
co-conspirator.
You're culpable in that.
You're a co-conspirator.
Mm-hmm.
Because that is a heinous allegation
so
right
that's a
there.
very
You out
heinous-
here at a rapey drug party?
Right. You're a
with
part of
underage
that by
kids?
just witnessing and you didn't even say anything.
And you
You're
wait
part of
until
that.
what year is this now?
Right.
2024.
So all of- so
that
all
was 15 years
So
ago.
all that money that you was supposed to get from Diddy, they can sue your ass and get your money.
God, talk about putting yourself in the line of fire.
I'm talking too damn much. That's why I say
Thought
shit.
about that. That's crazy.
Right.
yo.
You
Like,
part of that shit.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's how isn't that how your boy that hung himself? What's that billionaire that everybody was saying that Trump was?
Your boy
Epstein.
Epstein Island.
That old girl.
with
She
a
got
trash bag.
Yeah, that old.
Hey,
girl.
yo, you know what? Speaking of that, not to cut you off, we got to mention that shit in Henderson. But yeah, I just you just brought that up and I forgot. But yeah, keep going. I'm gonna pull the story.
But she got convicted for supposedly being a part of by helping handpicking them. So in this case, she's describing in details what's supposed to have happened, and she didn't do anything. She didn't call no law enforcement, no nothing.
And she was the plug. She was the middleman. If that's the case,
Exactly.
why the hell are you gonna sit there and say? And that's another thing. And I'm really trying to, that shit just hit me right then. Like, you gonna sit there, say you sat there, watched him drug underage chicks. Mm-hmm. This is a grown ass man now. He can get any chick in the world he wants, really. Mm-hmm. But he's gonna sit here and you're gonna allege he's drugging underage minor children, watching them pass out from the drugs,
and you ain't
and
do
then
nothing.
him and his homies are out here
Feasting.
like, do you know, nigga?
Yeah, you're complicit in the delinquency of a minor. Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, she didn't think about that. She was just thinking about the money. She didn't think about how much shit she was going to get in trying to get this money.
Great. I don't give a what type of gag order you want to.
I'm talking about who the attorney.
Like, that could have been you or your
Yeah.
homegirl right there in the party with them, drug the fuck out,
Yeah.
and then you wake up wondering why you got a cucumber, like
in a lunchbox.
in a lunchbox, and you don't know where the smell come from.
Yeah.
Lunchbox stink.
Yeah. Crazy. So I don't know how this is going to play out, but I can already tell I don't like Dawn. I already don't like Dawn if this is true, because now you trying to get that money, but you villainizing yourself in the process.
Exactly.
So
That's exactly what she doing.
yeah. Okay.